All right, welcome to this edition of the Sunday Monday vlog. We have a lot to cover. Didn't get a lot of stuff accomplished this week, but we had snowstorms, we had power outages, we got some fencing done, we got some trees done, found out what was wrong with the truck at the dealership, and a whole bunch more. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, so yesterday was a colder day. It was down to 52 degrees. But I got some trees planted, got some fencing done. And you can see Lazy Mama Mouse here. This is Mia Mouse coming up to me. Got Papa Mouse right there, Mr. Mickey. Sir Mickey a lot. We got Chubbs down here. And we got Max over here on the couch. But the reason I'm making this video right now is because what happened last night will probably be gone in a day. So I wanted to show you springtime here in the Rockies, and that is kaboom. So yep, it is Thursday, which is May something. I can't pull it up on my phone. Let me grab the date. So it is Thursday, May 9th. I gotta wipe that off. This is how I keep track of what I need to get done. So, like I said, Thursday, May 9th. So, of course, it's way before the Sunday, Monday vlog. Right, Max? But I figured I'd show you how beautiful everything looks. And goofy-ass miracle right there. Before it all disappears. So we got a bunch of snow. I'm sure other places got a lot more than us. We only got, I want to say, maybe 4 inches or so. But this is springtime in the Rockies. And you can see the goat heads in the storage unit, shipping container. And the geese and stuff down there. So all the goats are down there, all snuggled up, staying warm in the hay that I filled the shipping container up with. And then of course the emus and the alpacas and llamas, they don't ever go into the shelter. So that's a little view of what I'm dealing with this week. So of course not much is getting accomplished. However, let me zoom in. You can see those wire baskets there standing up, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, all the way around. So those are the trees that I got planted, and with the snow it's going to be all mud, so I'm not going to get much more done this week. So I might as well come over here and show you guys what I got going on. So I made myself a little plan for the 2U beds for the trees. And then of course numbered them 1 through 28 for the big one, and then it goes 29 to 44 for next. So these are all the nut trees that I planted. I planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I've planted 13 trees out of like 45 trees. So of course I've got 12 trees right here. I got some bamboo soaking up water there. And then of course back here, my little makeshift bathroom, I got all these trees here and bamboo plants and everything else. So I've got a lot of planting to do, and I just don't have it done. Now I know I'm probably going to get this question, so I'm going to go over this a little bit now, because like I said, it doesn't look like I'm going to get much more done for this week because of everything going on. But on number 1 and number 28 of the big U, there's a pine tree from just what's been on this land. So I went ahead and protected those two on the ends, number 1 there, number 28 down here, so that way the goats can't rip up the bark and kill the tree. And pine trees are good anyhow. They drop pine nuts, pine cones, and stuff like that the goats eat. So that's why I left them there. But with the nut trees, most of them say 15 feet to 20 feet apart. So all of my things, even though this is all spaced out wrong, of course, this is just my draft sheet, and then I'm going to have all this writing typed up so I can keep track of where I get it from, like here, Four Seasons, Stop Max, in 2019, and then from Home Depot, the fruit tree bought in 18. So I'm going to do that. But most of the fruit trees are anywhere from 6 feet to 18 feet apart. So like I said, each of the numbers are actually 10 feet apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go nut tree, fruit tree, nut tree, fruit tree, nut tree, fruit tree, so on and so forth. So like up here, let's see, 14 coming around, you can see I got a lot of fruit trees that are actually inside my fencing. So it goes nut, fruit, so on and so forth. So I'm going to end up buying, I think it's 11 fruit trees is what I'm going to need to complete these 2 beds. And then after those 11, I'm going to have to make another bed because, or actually I'm probably going to have to make 2 more beds because of how many nut trees I bought. I can't believe I bought as many as I did. I got excited for spring. And like I said, I've got 12 here, and I think I have 20 something in my makeshift bathroom in the shower. So that's like 30 some trees still to be planted, and then I gotta plant the bamboo and everything else. So this is Life Homesteading. This is Life with Sir Maximus, right, Bugs? Who's got itches. They all got 2 good deep covers of diatomaceous earth because, like I said, Mia Mouse had a flea jump onto my arm, and so far I have not seen any more fleas. I've looked inside their fur, and they look like the fleas are gone. They just have their normal itchiness from it probably drying out their skin, because it does do that. And that's it. So I had to go out last night at 1 o'clock in the morning. The snow was really wet, and it set off the GFIC or GCIF or whatever type of outlet is being used. So it got moisture, and it shut everything down, so I got cold. And then you can see right here, I'm below 60 again. That's why I'm up right now filming so early. It shut off again, so I had to go out, reset the breaker, or reset the outlets, press the little outlet button, the little reset. And so I'm all bundled up, but I'm gonna unbundle and get back into bed, and I'm gonna relax. And doesn't look like I'm gonna do any work. The truck's in the shop, and that's pretty much it. So, oh, I also sold some of my crypto, or actually I sold it all. I was in BAT, which is BAT, Basic Attention Token. I put it back into Litecoin, and I also withdrew $7,500 because I'm gonna have drillers come out May 20th to do the soil test over here in the house site, because they have to drill before doing a foundation to find out what type of engineering needs to be done. By the way, the little piglet was shitting and pissing everywhere, so the piglet is outside. It's not a happy piglet, but I'm tired of the stink, and I'm tired of cleaning up messes. So the piglet's outside. I put out the dog food because it still eats the dog food and stuff. But anyhow, like I said, May 20th they're coming out to drill, and the engineering plans between the two, that's going to cost me $1,800. So out of the $7,500, $1,800 will go to that. Excuse me. And then on the other side over there where the well got drilled, as soon as this weather's gone again, I need to build a concrete, pour a concrete floor and do cinder block walls for a pump house, and then that's going to run me close to $4,000 for the pump, the pressure tank, and all that jazz. So that will come out to $7,500, and then my custom sign for coming through the gates, that's going to cost me about $1,000. With I'm gonna buy some more poles, pressure treated poles. So between the poles and the sign and taxes and all that jazz, that's gonna be $1,000. So I want to try to get a bunch accomplished. So that's why I pulled some money out. And then of course, this was a good gut reaction this time because Bat dropped another, I want to say it's down like 18 or 19% from what I sold. So I would have lost close to another $10,000. So it's a good thing I traded when I did. I didn't look at it when I woke up to go outside. I just started filming, so I don't know what the market's doing. But the Litecoin was moving back up, and I was actually making some money after doing my trade. So that's it on that front, and I'll be back Sunday with whatever happens from now until then, and I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, so when I got finished making the first part of the video, the power went out again. So I'm like, great, I gotta go back out, trip the breaker, or trip the outlets, and guess what? The main electric is down. So there's nothing I can do. The electric company's power is down. So I have no internet, no phone. I can just use the battery on my phone and battery on my computer, and that's it. So because it's 21 degrees outside, and if you haven't lived this way before, which I have, this is how you stay warm when there's no electricity if you have propane. So I got the 3 burners going. I just got the water boiled up, and I'm making me some candy cane lane tea, and then I'll go sing some Christmas carols since I got all that snow and it's cold. And I'm gonna snuggle up in bed, and the dogs will jump up in the bed and heat the bed up and keep me toasty. So you never know what's gonna happen. And I never considered the electric going out because I've lived off grid for so long. I've never been reliant on somebody else. So, of course, I don't have a propane heater that I can have here inside the camper. The propane furnace runs off electricity and propane. So, the propane won't run unless there's electricity. So, this is the only source of heating the camper right now because, unfortunately, I'm unprepared. And unfortunately, the electric company doesn't have the electric running. So, some things to consider. Another reason why I got to make sure I'm inside my house before this upcoming winter so I can have my wood fireplace and don't have to rely on propane or electric to keep me warm. Just a little bit of hard work with my pooches. So, I'll talk to you guys in a few. Alright, so you can see I got my chain across, I got the close sign in, and Miracle's checking out the cows. There's cows that are in my area again, and he's trying to figure out what they're doing in his little area. So, but anyhow, there's my close sign, there's the chain, and here's all the goats hanging out. And I'm going to get up over here and show you all the mulch that I've done. I'll be right back. Alright, so you can see where the mulch has ended. I didn't quite get all the way to the top of the hill on the driveway, but I got a good section of it done. And of course, all the goats have to follow me and walk right in front of me trying to trip me. But you can see the sign way down there. I got all this mulch all the way up to here. So I don't have too much more to go to get to the top of the hill. But I think another 3 trailer loads will get me down here to the parking lot area. And let me walk over here so I can show you the distance about the U's. So you can see here the first U that I did, then it goes across and around. And then here's the second U that I did this week and went around and up. So I got the trees planted and everything else. I started leveling the driveway or the parking lot, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so here's the grain silo that I built the platform on, and I got everything set up. This way I can get to the feed a lot easier. It will not be so hard on my back. And I'm going to cut a hole right here on the metal, and I'm going to have a slat that I can open so the feed goes in the 5-gallon bucket, and then I can close it up. And it's a lot easier than getting down on the ground trying to pull it out by hand. It's not good for my back, not good for my knees or anything else. So that got done today. And then I went ahead, I started planting all my trees. So you can see here's a nut tree here. And then I'm going to buy a fruit tree. And then the nut tree, fruit tree, nut tree, so on and so forth, all the way down. I figure fruit trees pull out certain stuff that nut trees don't. And nut trees pull out certain stuff that fruit trees don't. So if I do a fruit tree followed by nut tree everywhere I plant, then they will give back to each other. And that will help fertilize the soil and everything else and give me a variety. So I need to do the wire baskets. I'm almost out of these green posts, so I'm going to pick them up tomorrow while I'm in town. And what I do is I put 2 slanted and then the wire basket over top. And another thing I learned the hard way is you can see all these holes. I had to drill 2 holes because I didn't measure, and I came in, drilled the holes, and then when I put the other side of the fence up, I realized the holes were off. So always, always, always measure so it's less work for you to do and you don't mess up. All right, so I thought I had like 20 trees left to plant. Yeah, no. Look, I have all these. The ones with the plastic are 2 trees. I have all these trees here to plant, which is 12 right there. And I had these 8 bamboo and all this seed and everything else. So I still have like 26 trees to plant. It is crazy. All right, so you can see what type of progress I've been making. I'm not sure if I told you guys last week. I don't know if I knew before the Sunday Monday vlog or not. But I'm supposed to have a drilling company coming out on the 20th to do the drilling for the soil analysis test for the house site. And once they get that back, then they're going to do the engineering plans. So that's going to be about $1,800. But I've got a set date now for the 20th. As long as everything goes good. As long as we don't get more snow. Today was actually a halfway decent day. I was able to get that concrete pillar done for the grain silo. I got those trees planted and just been doing all different type of stuff. I moved some cinder block over to the other side of the house site where the well is. So that's going to be my other project this week coming up. Hopefully I can get all these trees that are in here. All those trees and all these trees and the bamboo over in the window. Hopefully I can get all that done this week. And I also need to start building my well house because I can't get a well house done, or I can't get the well pump and all that stuff brought in, the pressure tank and everything that goes with that, until the well house is built. So that's my new thing. I've got more concrete still. I have all the cinder block still from last year that I bought for the spillway. Spillway will just be on hold for right now because I've got to get that done so I can have the well pump and all that stuff installed and get one more step closer to getting the house complete and being able to move in. So that's all of that. I still have, I think, like 26 trees. I totally miscounted. I thought I only had like 20 trees left. Yeah, I still have like 26 trees in here, not including the bamboo. So I bought a lot more trees than I thought I bought. And I'm going to be buying some fruit trees from Home Depot. I'm probably going to do that maybe next week sometime. I'm not sure. Tomorrow, which will be today, or yeah, today as you're watching this, Monday, since this is Sunday that I'm filming. Monday, I've got to do laundry. I've got to pick up feed. I got to pick up propane. I've got to do all different type of stuff. Wednesday, I have to go back to town to put money down for the 4x8 sign that will be right here at my gates. I got the entranceway done, and then I'm going to try to haul either 2 or 3 trailer loads of mulch this upcoming week to finish the driveway down to the parking lot. And then probably next week, I'm going to get to the seeding, getting rid of all the seed and start planting the seed. I'm running out of time. So it's just, I'm thinking I might keep half of this seed. Let's see. All these boxes, I'm thinking I might keep half of them, because even though this is a spring mix, this is the same mix that you buy when you get the fall mix. So I might just keep half of the seed and do some planting in fall over top of what I planted now. And we'll figure that out. It's just, I'm running out of time, and it's just crazy how quick and how much stuff I have to get accomplished and how much stuff I can't get accomplished. I wanted the seed in the ground already, and here we're halfway through May and it's still in the house. So it's a lot of stuff. But I got the grain silo concreted today. I got it lifted up, put it on top. I'm going to pick up some feed tomorrow so I can start filling the grain silo again. Then I need a fence around the grain silo so the animals can't get to it and stick their head in the doors, because they all know how to do that. I'm also going to be measuring out for where I'm going to move my gates to. So I need to drill holes. I need a concrete more post. And then instead of having the 2 gates that are together, I'm going to have 1 gate on 2 poles and 1 gate on another 2 poles, so I can have 2 different entrances to the property from the parking lot. So that way, whichever way I need to go, if I need to go down to the farm or if I'm coming to the house, I don't have to worry about 2 gates swinging, trying to catch 2 gates, the animals try and run out of 2 gates, and everything like that. So I'm going to be working on that this week. I should be picking up my sign either Friday or next week. They said a week to 2 weeks. So I'm not sure with that. I also need to get a load of trash taken out of here. I have so much stuff going on. It's crazy. And this weather didn't help. The snow, we had 3 days worth of snow. Then the power went out for 24 hours. I couldn't heat the camper with the thermostat because that runs on electricity. So as you saw, I had to use a stove to keep myself warm, and I could only get the camper up to 60 degrees. So it was still cold, but I had the dogs in the bed, so the dogs kept me warmer than 60 degrees. So that made everything good. The 3 baby goats are doing really well. The piglet has been out since last week. I forgot to say that last week because the pig does not want to pee and poop on the puppy pad. So I'm not cleaning up a mess all the time. The puppy pad, I don't mind flipping it over itself and throwing it in the dumpster than going around picking up turds and piss puddles. So the pig is living outside, but is staying here at the camper. It doesn't want to go anywhere. I think that's pretty much it for this week. For those of you that want to move to Colorado or don't know about Colorado, I've had a neighbor that is upset with me, which I try to be nice, and what can I say? We live in a world of snowflakes, because when I didn't do what my neighbor wanted me to do, well, I got unfriended from Facebook. I got blocked from Facebook. blocked from Messenger, da 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 da, which I don't care. Doesn't bother me. So it's just amusing how many people get upset. And another thing is, as I was taught in the police academy, CYA, cover your ass. So my neighbor sent a message with a threat in it, and when I made a comment about it, then he realized that he sent a text message that had a threat in it. So he knows I have a copy of it now. So that's why he became a snowflake and blocked me and did all that stuff. But my neighbor's upset because Miracle the llama chased him in the truck and everything. And for those of you, like I said, don't know about Colorado, Colorado is a fence-out state. We are still classified as the Wild West, even though it's modern day. So here in Colorado, livestock is allowed to roam. You do not have to have fencing to keep your livestock in. If people don't want livestock on their property, if they don't want livestock chasing them and everything else, then they need to fence their properties. So for everybody looking to homestead, this is the state you want to be in for homesteading, because not only can your animals roam, but like my animals for the last 2.5 years now, they've been grazing outside of the fence. And of course, I don't have to put a fence up. I don't have to contain my animals because that's Colorado state law. The only reason I have I'm fencing my property is for two reasons. One, to keep the ranchers' cows out, because cows roam. There's cows you're seeing this video earlier that Miracle was looking at. They roam all over. They were in my pond last year. And two, because at night and during the winter with the mountain lions and bears and that type of stuff, I want to know my animals are safe and secure at night. So at night they come in, but the goats, the alpacas, the llama, they all go and they venture and they stay within, I want to say, about a quarter mile, half mile area, so they don't roam too far. But like I said, Colorado is great for doing livestock. I found that out when I had an issue with Rusty, who's a rancher that tried to cause problems with me. I dove in, did my research, found all this out. And if somebody kills your livestock, it's a felony. So I have the threat saved. I screenshotted it. I sent it to Facebook as private so nobody can see it but me. I put it on my Google as private. And that's why I was taught as a cop is CYA, cover your ass, because anything that ever happens, record it, take a picture, keep evidence, because if something ever happens, now I've got the evidence. Just like I have another neighbor that's threatened to kill my dogs. But guess what? My dogs chase the coyotes off. My dogs chase the wolves off. Miracle, the llama, has chased a coyote across the field this year already. So they are doing what they're supposed to do. And Anatolian Shepherds, for those of you that don't know, are classified as LGDs. So they are livestock guardian dogs, which means they are allowed to roam also because they protect the animals. So they are part of the protection force. Same with barbed wire fence and anything else you want to use. So there's a bunch of properties around me. If you're looking at homesteading, buy out this area. Get all these rich, snotty snowflake people out of here, and let's turn Nestorville back into the homesteading community it used to be at one time. So that's all my rant and raves for this week. I haven't had any issues on YouTube, Facebook, anything else, emails. They had some suggestions coming in from different people, and I appreciate it. Like I said, as long as you don't tell me I need to or I have to, I don't have a problem with that. So besides that, it's a beautiful day, and I think I'm going to relax rest of the night because tomorrow I've got a long day of getting chores done in town, and this week's going to be another long week as long as the weather holds out. So this is the longest ever for my grandparents to come visit. They're not going to be able to come out till June. The earliest they've come is March, and this year it's not going to be till June because all these snowstorms. So at least we're getting the moisture. So have a great day. Enjoy your spring. Get your things accomplished. And if you're not loving what you're doing, if you're not loving your life, you're doing something wrong. So you need to change it. You need to fix it. Forget chasing the dollar. Forget conforming to society. If you want to be an 1800 homesteader like me and hang out here in the middle of nowhere with the animals and plant nut trees and go nutty, well, you just might want to try it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy. All right. I do this every week. I forget something and then I'm like, well, screw it. I forgot it. And I decided, nope, I'm going to go ahead and make this little addition real quick. So the truck. I talked about truck. I didn't talk about it in the video. The truck went in the shop. They found a rat nest or mouse nest, whatever, behind the engine block. They thought the mice chewed up the wiring, and that's what was causing the check engine light coming on and the hard start and stuff like that in the truck. So they went through the truck, and turned out there was a glitch in the computer in the truck. And so the computer fried a couple sensors, and that's what caused everything to start going downhill. So they still spent all those hours checking for the wiring. Luckily, no mice had chewed the wires. The nest is out of there, and so I had to pay for the time of them combing through the vehicle. It needed a new air filter and cabin filter, which I'm out on dirt road, so of course I always have to change those. So instead of $1,800, which that's what it was going to cost for everything, the computer and the 2 sensors were all under warranty. The labor to change all that out, diagnosing it, all that, I didn't have to pay for. I only paid for them checking all the wiring for the mice chewing on it and the 2 air filters. So it cost me $363. So not too bad. I'm glad I had the truck back. And that was another crappy thing. The power went out, so I had no internet. Couldn't watch any of my movies. Couldn't charge my laptop. Couldn't charge my phone. Couldn't use my phone without the internet. And I didn't have a truck to go get a generator. So that's another thing I need to get is another propane generator for this camper. So that way, if power goes out again, I had that. And same thing, when the house is built, I can use the generator to power the house. So that's all I had. Just wanted to tell you about the truck because I know somebody was going to say, hey, you didn't say nothing about the truck. And yes, I got my haircut done. And I also went and got my pedicure. And I wanted to go get a shower, but the hot springs is closed for a week and a half for cleaning. So I still haven't got my shower. So it's a good old baby wipes, but it is what it is. That's life. Talk to y'all later.